Oh, hey, we are live and we are back once again after quite a long hiatus. It has been a while since I have been with you painting, creating beautiful personal masterpieces, such as it were. But I'm so happy to be back. I've been busy. If you have been following along on social media, either Instagram or Facebook, all of the social places where we play. But needless to say, let's dispense with all of the chit chat. My name is Edward Williams. I am your curator of color here at the Paint with Color show. And I'm so very excited that you decided to join me tonight for the broadcast. It's about 8 o'clock, maybe a little bit after. And so our endeavor, when I say our, I mean mine, because it's just me here. My endeavor is only to be painting with you for the next hour or so. And so, real quickly, when I get some of the formality out of the way, the Paint with Color show is being sponsored by Eat, Drink, Paint, Markel Benai Fine Wines and Sparkling Beverages, the Urban Paint Loft, which is where we are hosting the event, Dope Masterpiece, as well as the Uzufu app. And a little bit later in the broadcast, I will talk about all of those very, very purposeful organizations so that you can get some more information and connect with those organizations across the web. Hey, 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 let me go get you. Okay, go get your glass of wine then. Go get your glass of wine. We have folks tuning in from all over the place. We are broadcasting live on Instagram as well as Facebook and YouTube tonight. I'm actually trying out a new platform. And so we are working with this new platform to see exactly how it is going to work out, because we want to continue to bring you these Paint with Color show broadcasts all throughout the winter and into 2021, which is a very, very, very big year. It was a very big year. And so we are looking forward to next year. Obviously, 2020 has been marred by the coronavirus, COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic outbreak. Say that 10 times fast. But needless to say, if you are still here, it is a wonderful time to be alive. It's a wonderful time to be alive. And you can probably hear in the background, I got my chill hop music, which is royalty-free music that you can use on your live broadcast and videos as well. And so chill hop is just what it says. It's chill hop music. And so we might be grooving and moving throughout the broadcast over the next hour or so. If you are just now tuning in and this is your first time, once again, my name is Edward Williams. I'm your curator of color here at the Paint with Color show. And Paint with Color is really a format, a broadcast that I created as a way to share my passion and love for creating art with you. And so we are going to get started painting very, very soon. So be patient with me. Like I said, only going to be in front of you for about an hour, but we are going to have some fun. And so grab your wine, as Miss Sharon said, grab your wine. If you have some painting supplies, then you can paint along with us as we create beautiful personal masterpieces tonight. All right? I'm gonna go ahead and get my groove on real fast. Break it down one time. Chill hop music. I don't think I'm gonna need these. Okay. I done danced a little bit too much. I love having fun. Obviously, if you know me personally, or if you know me professionally, and you've been to an Eat, Drink, Paint event in the past, let me stop pumping that. If you've been to an Eat, Drink, Paint event in the past, then you know that we like to have an awful good time when we come out, eat, drink, paint, and have fun. And as I mentioned at the onset of the broadcast, the Paint with Color show is being brought to you exclusively by Eat, Drink, Paint, Markel Benai Fine Wines and Sparkling Beverages, the Urban Paint Loft, Dope Masterpiece, and the Uzufu app. And once again, I'll talk about all of those organizations a little bit later in the broadcast. But let's get started with the painting. So first of all, we have some utensils of the craft. And obviously, you cannot paint with color if you don't have some paint. And so we have some paint here. We got all 6 of the necessary colors. So we got some green right there. We got some yellow, a little bit of red, some blue, black, and white. And so we will probably be using all of those colors tonight as we create this beautiful personal masterpiece here. Obviously, we have our canvas, we have a freestanding easel so that we can, so we don't have to hold that while we're painting. We also have our brushes. So you gotta have some brushes. I mean, we could paint with our fingers. A lot of people do. We will not be painting with our fingers. We'll be using some brushes. So we got some brushes and we have a towel, and we'll be using that to dry our brushes in between usage as we are going back and forth through all of the beautiful colors. We got a cup with some water in it. That's to rinse our brushes. And we have our trusty paint palette right here. All right, so let's get started painting. Now, we are painting with acrylic paint. Acrylic is a very, very flexible medium with which you can paint. Let me see who's watching. Okay, I don't know if anybody's watching over there on the restream. I really can't tell, but we're gonna focus right here on IG. And we got a lot of people that tune in on the broadcast, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much. We'll go ahead and decline that. All right. So the first thing we're going to do, as I mentioned, we are painting with acrylic paint. Acrylic is it is a water-soluble paint medium, and so since we will be blending some colors to create this beautiful personal masterpiece, I'm not going to tell you just yet what we are going to create. I probably should have shared the image with you, but I decided just to go ahead and get started with the painting. And let me know if that chill hop music is a little bit too loud. If you all cannot hear me, let me know. Could not find on Facebook. Hey, it's on my Facebook page, Ms. Shereen. It is on my Facebook page. It should be broadcasting live right now on my Facebook page. So it says that we are live. Yeah. Well, whether we are or we are not, we are live on IG. So we are going to paint tonight on IG. I don't know if we're on Facebook right now or not. I'm not going to worry about it at this point. We're going to go ahead and continue on with the people that we have here. So let's get started with the painting. As a matter of fact, I think I might turn that. There we go. Turn the chill hop down just a little bit. And so what I think I want to do to get started here is I want to start off with some white. Let's start off with some white paint. So we're just going to add a little bit. I have 4 brushes that we'll be using tonight over the course of the evening. So we got Big Daddy, we got Big Mama, we got Little Baby, and we got Binky. All right, so we got all 4 brushes. And so, like I said, I think I want to get started with some white. And so this may not make sense at first because you really won't be able to see it. Make sure we get secured there. All right. Don't want that moving back and forth too much. And we're going to paint along the top and the sides of our canvas. All right. And so once again, you cannot see the white paint because it's a white canvas, but that'll be okay. Stay with me. Stay with me. It'll all make sense after a while. And so I think what I'm going to do up top is add some yellow to that white. We can get the paint to come out. All right now. All right. We're working with you. We're working. Actually, I think I want to add some blue. It's okay to be indecisive. It is okay. You can do what you want when you are creating your own personal masterpiece. You can do what you want. Paint with colors however you choose. All right, so I think I got about everything on our palette. Goodness gracious, we got started. It's almost about time to take a station break. Almost time to take a station break. So let's get some of that white paint out of our brush. And right up here at the top, we'll add a little bit of blue. So like I said, I'm painting along the top and the sides of my canvas. And so we're going to have some fun. All right. So we dropped a little bit of blue in there. I'm going to drop a little bit of red into that too. All right, we already making a mess here. Got some paint on us already. That is part of it. Part of painting with color is that ultimately you end up getting color on you. All right. I want that to be a little bit darker. So I'm going to add some more blue in there. I'm going to put a little bit more red right in there with it. Now right up here at the top, I'm going to add just a little bit of black paint. Right up here at the top in the course. Which will darken that mixture pretty significantly, which is actually what we want. That's what we want. All right. That's a nice looking color that we got right there so far. I think I'm just gonna let that paint dry on up on my arm. Well, I think that's what I'm on my shirt. This is one of my favorite shirts, but you know, I ain't gonna worry about it. We wore the shirt on the broadcast, so we're gonna live with it. All right. Now, right under this, we are going to start back in with some white. And you'll notice that I am blending these colors in here together. So we're having some fun blending. Hopefully that's turning out. We're gonna have a little bit more white right down here. We'll rinse our brush because we are going to switch up with our colors and jump in here with some yellow next. Jump in here with some yellow. So we paint along the sides. So like I said, we're having some fun. Like I say, during our Eat, Drink, Paint events, we are going to allow the brush to do what she wishes. A little bit of help from our wrist. Now I'm gonna drop a little bit of red in there. Just a little. Right over there in that little area. Right down there. So once again, the idea of painting with color is that we get a chance to really have some fun blending these beautiful colors together. So I don't know if you were aware just yet, but this is our sky. So once again, allowing the brush to do what it wishes with a little bit of help from our wrist. Doesn't have to be too serious at all. I think we're going to switch brushes up. We're going to go with Big Mama. We started off with Big Daddy. Now I'm going to jump in here with Big Mama with some little smaller brush strokes, or thinner, shall I say. So once again, this is the fun painting with color. We're coming up on a break here shortly. In the meantime, in the between time, let's drop a little bit of blue over here too. So you can see the difference in the brush strokes. I think I want to put some white in here. I'm going to jump back into the white right down here at the bottom. Yeah, I like that. I like the way that's looking. And you'll notice these aren't all straight brush strokes. Once again, just kind of letting the brush do what it wants with a little bit of assistance from my wrist here. Kind of adds to the artistic value. All right. I think I want to jump back into some, well, maybe we can jump into some green over here. What do you think about that? What do you think? Jump into some green? Yeah, I like that. Just a little bit. I want to kind of wash that together with some white. So we're getting down pretty good here on our canvas. Maybe even add a little bit of yellow down in here. That's okay. Once again, this is our masterpiece. So we can do with it what we wish. Let those colors blend. I like the idea of this white. Like I said, we're getting on down. All right. Coming up on a break. So we will be taking a short pause for the cause here in just a moment. I'm going to add another little color right down here. Make sure we continue on along the sides. All right. And so, thus far, that's a really, really pretty sky. It's very, very colorful. We have an awful lot of color going on. We are going to have a little moon somewhere over here in our sky. I don't know. I think we're probably going to put it over here on the right side. But we're getting down here pretty good on our canvas. And so at some point down here, we are going to start in on our water because we're going to have some water. So just about half, maybe a little bit more than half of our canvas will be filled up with our beautiful, colorful sky. And then we'll have some water down here, which will also emulate that sky because obviously the water is clear, and so it will take on the color of the light source. And so we got moon, we got that beautiful sky up here, and so it's going to reflect those same colors down there. But we are going to take a really, really quick pause for the cause. I want to talk to you very, very briefly about some of the very, very purposeful brands. Once again, I don't know what's going on over there with the Facebook and the YouTube thing, but I know we got folks watching here on Instagram, and I appreciate you. Thanks so much for taking out some time out of your Monday evening to hang out with us here at the Paint with Color Show. Once again, if you are just now tuning in, my name is Edward Williams. I'm your curator of color here at the Paint with Color Show. I'm also the chief fun officer at a company called Eat, Drink, Paint, which is a company that I started literally just about 5 years or so ago as a way to bring people together around food, drinks, painting, and lots of fun. And literally, we have done that to the tune of thousands of people all across the country over the past 4.5, going on 5 years. And I mentioned at the onset of the broadcast that 2021 is a really, really big year for us because that will be our 5th year anniversary. So officially next year, Eat, Drink, Paint will be 5 years old. And it's a wonderful thing. Obviously, we have endured through a lot of tough times and a lot of changes and a lot of transition. But we are still here creating beautiful personal masterpieces and creating dynamic paint and sip experiences for you good folks all across the country. Now, because of the COVID-19 coronavirus, obviously we've had to kind of turn back or dial back the way in which we host events, but we are still hosting live events where you can come and create a beautiful personal masterpiece with us here at Eat, Drink, Paint. So you can come to the Urban Paint Loft, which is where I'm broadcasting right now, Or you'll be able to very, very soon come to our newest venue partner location, which is On the Rhine Eatery down at the OTR or Over the Rhine Kroger in Cincinnati, Ohio. Now, we also host these experiences in Atlanta, in Indianapolis. In the past, we've hosted in Dayton and Louisville and Lexington, so a number of different places. We haven't gotten back up to that scale as of yet because of the pandemic. And so hopefully in 2021, we'll have an opportunity to host in all of these cities once again, even in Brooklyn, New York, and bring the Eat, Drink, Paint experience to you. But we've got some cool stuff coming up. But all you'll have to do is go to www.eatdrinkpaint.com to find out more information about all of the events, whether they be live or virtual events, because we host a virtual event each and every Tuesday night where you can create a beautiful personal masterpiece with myself or one of the Eat, Drink, Paint professional painting instructors. And we're looking for more professional painting instructors who want to create beautiful art and share their love and passion for painting with the world. And so once again, you can find out more information about all of the events at www.eatdrinkpaint.com. We look forward to creating a beautiful personal masterpiece with you soon. So come on out, paint, sip, and create with us. Let's go ahead and get back to the painting. And I would be remiss if I did not mention once again that we've got Chill Hop Music, which is royalty-free music that you can use on your live broadcast and videos. So check it out, Chill Hop Music. All right. So let's go ahead and continue on down our canvas. And so I think now I want to jump back in here down toward the bottom. And so we've been mixing it up as far as our brush composition. So we were using Big Daddy to start. And then we went and started using Big Mama. And so now we are back to Big Daddy. Big Daddy, the large brush here. All right, so let's bring some of this blue into the mix down here toward the bottom. Some of that green and yellow. And I think I want to drop a little bit of red in here too, right down here. This is where our horizon line is, right down toward the bottom. I want to retain that white. So I want that white to stay right there. So I like the way that looks right there. Maybe a little bit more red down here at the bottom. So let's do this. Let's just go across all this. All right. Loving the way that that's looking. All right. And so our sky is just about finished. And so once again, we're going to probably put our moon somewhere over here in this area. We might even have some clouds. I think we are going to have some little distant clouds. But now we're going to start in on our water right down here. So first off, what I'm going to do is distinguish an area down here toward the bottom where our water is going to be. So this is where our water is going to start. Right where I'm putting this white paint. Hopefully you are enjoying the broadcast thus far. Once again, if you are just now tuning in, my name is Edward Williams. I am your curator of color here at the Paint with Color show. All right, so that's where our water is going to start. I just wanted to add a little bit of distinction. And so this is our imaginary horizon line, if you will. There we go. I think I want to run that back. Let me see if I can run that back real quick. Come on, here we go. There we go. We'll run that back. All right. So we add a little bit of white. That's the area that's distinguishing where our water line is going to start. And make sure, yeah, that looks pretty good. Now we're going to start in with some blue right at the top. The water's blue, and so right up here at the top is where we'll have that blue. All right. So we got some blue. Blend some white in there too, which is okay. Now, once again, remember, it's emulating our sky. It's emulating our sky. And so right down here, just so happens that we have some red, because that's what we got up top, right above our horizon. Maybe a little bit of red over here too, just a little. Like I said, continue to paint along the sides and the top of my canvas. All right, so I like the idea of this blue with this red. But I do want some white down here as well. That white will brighten it up pretty drastically, which is actually what I want. Maybe a little bit more red right there. Some more blue right down there. Maybe a little bit of red in there too. Might even create like a little wave pattern. Well, I got my head over there in front of the canvas, but that's all right. All right, so I like the way that water is looking. You know what? Let's get dangerous. Let's put a little bit of black in here. Let's get real dangerous now. Just a little bit. Some more blue. Some more red. Well, we can even add some green. Once again, that is the fun of painting with color. You get to do what you wish. Now we got to be careful with this red and this green together, because ultimately red and green will combine to make brown. And we don't necessarily want brown just yet. We are going to have some brown in this piece, but not just yet. We'll come back with some white now. Let's come back with some white. Let's add some white over here. All right. Doing wonderful on time. Been about an hour. It's been about a half an hour. I was about to say an hour. Hasn't been an hour yet. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself. Thanks so much for tuning in. We got folks tuning in over here on Instagram. I don't know if our folks on Facebook and YouTube are tuning in. We are broadcasting from a new platform, kind of testing something out. That was one of the reasons why I did this broadcast tonight, really to test out this new streaming software. Let's get dangerous again. Some more black. What you think about that? What you think? What you know no good? What you know no good? Okay. All right. It's looking all right. We'll add some more red down here at the bottom. Keep painting along the sides if you are following along, if you are creating with us. We have a stretched canvas, which means it's, kind of stretched over a frame. Drop some more white in down here at the bottom. See, there's so much fun. And so when we blend that blue, that red, we really get a nice purple tone. All right, we're making good time. Let's put some more white over here in the corner. Don't want it to get too dark. All right, we're gonna rinse our brush. We're gonna have some fun now with some white. Have some fun with some white paint. Add a few different waves. Do some waves and stuff. This is just a little bit of white off in the distance in the background. Now I got some wave action. Hopefully you can see that. Can you put a little down here? A few little breaks in the water. I'll cover that one up. I'm gonna do something with a little bit of dark, a little bit of black paint right down there. All right. Now I really like the way that water looks. Hopefully you can see that. Hopefully it's clear for you there. So we've got our sky, we've got our horizon line right down here. I think we're going to define that horizon line just a little bit. We're going to do something just above right here. So what we are going to do is blend, make that a little bit darker. I'm going to use a little bit of red too. Well, just a little bit darker right there at the bottom. All right, now I'm liking that. I'm really liking that. Now up here, we are going to do some fun things. We're going to have a few little clouds up in our sky, and so maybe we'll put some clouds right there. This will simulate our cloud cover. Let's rinse some of that off. Get all that blue off there. See if we can work with this white. There we go. Make that stand out a little bit more. All right. I want that to use a little bit of that water. canvas, which is okay. All right, we're coming up on another break here shortly. Coming up on another break in just a few moments. Put some green in here. There we go. Now we're going to use Big Daddy. Create a few clouds right down here on the horizon, or close to the horizon, shall I say. And let's put some over here too. This is going to be a little bit farther off in the distance. All right, now we got some really, really nice clouds that have shaped up in our sky. All right, so we still need to put our moon. So we're gonna have a moon up here, right around in that area. We're gonna have a little island off in the distance right there. And then we're going to have a little boat. We're gonna have a little boat docked right somewhere in here. And you'll be able to see that. So first off, let's do this. First off, before we get back to painting, let's take another break because it's about 8:40. And so I promised that as much as possible, I would only be in front of you for about an hour. And so we're going on about 40 minutes right now. And so I want to make certain that I tell you more about these sponsors. I promised that I would talk about the sponsors of the show. And I talked a little bit about Eat Drink Paint, obviously, which is a company that I founded and that I own about 4.5 years or so ago. But I want to talk to you about Markel Benai Fine Wines and Sparkling Beverages, as well as the Urban Paint Loft. And so first off, Markel Benai Fine Wines and Sparkling Beverages was a company, a very purposeful wine-making company that was started literally back in 2008, well, 2007 unofficially, but 2008 officially, by Greg Markel and Sean Benai, two best friends who grew up right here in the Cincinnati, Ohio, tri-state area where we are broadcasting from tonight. And so they wanted to do something distinct, obviously, because there aren't really many winemakers, and particularly there aren't really many winemakers of color across the entire world. And so they are literally in the 1% of 1% of 1% of all winemakers being African-American men. And so once again, they started their company back in 2008 as a way not only to create distinction in the marketplace, but also to pay homage and create legacy for their family. And so they have two very, very amazing wines. They have a Naya Rouge, which is a sweet red wine, and Demerara Blanc, which is a sweet white wine. And so these are very, very good wines. You can find out more information and purchase online at www.markelbenaiwines.com. And I'll share more information about all of these brands as well as their websites and links and social media information in the comments or at the end of the broadcast when I kind of post a picture of our finished masterpiece tonight. And so the Urban Paint Loft is where I'm broadcasting from live now. The Urban Paint Loft is one of the Eat Drink Paint venue partners located right here in Cincinnati, Ohio. And so you can find out more information about the Urban Paint Loft at www.urbanpaintloft.com. You can book a private party. You can come to one of our lounge and paint events, or you can rent and lease this space for your small event. So we can accommodate you. We can accommodate groups up right now based upon the pandemic up to about 20 or so. And so once again, let's go ahead and get back to the painting so we can finish this beautiful personal masterpiece up. Hopefully you are enjoying yourself. If you are just now tuning in, my name is Edward Williams. I'm your curator of color here at the Paint with Color Show. And so let's have some fun and finish up this beautiful personal masterpiece. And so as of right now, we've had some fun creating our sky and our water. We just got finished creating some really, really cool clouds. And so what we are going to do next, before we go any further, is we are going to go ahead and get our moon positioned there in our sky. And so we're going to use a little bit of white paint. Use a little bit of white paint. And I think what we're going to do is put our moon right over here in this particular area. So we're going to use a little bit of white paint. We're using Big Mama. We've been using Big Mama and Big Daddy exclusively throughout the broadcast. But now let's go ahead and let me see, let's put it right here, just above the area where our clouds are. And so what we're going to do is just kind of make a little circle right here, little circular object. Once again, we're using Big Mama. So don't worry about your moon if you are painting along with us. Don't worry about your moon being perfect. Mine rarely are. I always come back and there we go. And so for now, I'm going to leave our moon just like that. For now, I'm going to leave it just like that. And the reason being is I want to let it dry just a little. Then I'm going to come back and brighten it up, add some more white paint. Brighten it up a little bit later in the show, just as we are finishing up on the broadcast. I might even put some clouds right in front of it. Might even put some clouds. All right, and so I'm not too happy with the shape of my moon. And so once again, you can be as detailed as you wish. Just want to all right, I'm a little bit happy with that. We're going to leave it alone for now. A little bit happy with that, just a little bit. All right, so let's rinse our brush. Now, we got a little mountain. We got a little mountain off in the background there. Got a little mountain. It's going to be sit right there where our horizon is. And so here's what we are going to do. We're going to do this in a silhouette. So it's going to be sitting right on our horizon line. And so let's just put it right about there. Actually, I think I want to make it a little bit longer. We are going to paint along the sides. Let's bring it out some. Bring it out to right about there. There we go. All right. Now, let's go ahead and fill that in. I know all our beautiful sky that was sitting right there just went away. Unfortunately, it had to be the case. Once again, we're sitting this right on our water. Now, we got our little island sitting off there in the distance there. Right in the distance. I'm gonna let that be just for a moment. And we are going to work on our little boat right here. Now, in order to create this boat, what we are going to do, let me make sure we're good on time. We got about 12 minutes. And so the boat just is going to be just about the last thing that we are going to do. We're going to brighten our little moon up, and then we're going to have a little reflection. We're going to have some water kind of crashing up along the edge of our little island right there. But this boat, what we're going to do is we're going to create that in a silhouette style as well, in silhouette fashion as well, which is to say you really won't be able to see all the details of the boat. It's going to sit right on the horizon. It's going to sit right on the horizon there. And so what we're going to do is set our boat right about here, just below. So that's going to be where our boat will be sitting. Sitting not too far from our island. All right. Sit just in our water there. All right, so we got our boat sitting right there. Now it's going to have a little bit of a shadow, and what we're going to do is we're going to cast this shadow this way. Because guess what? Our light source, which is our moon, is over that way. All right, liking the way that's looking already. So we're casting a little bit of a shadow right over here. Now, the sail, the boat is docked, and so you really aren't going to be able to see the sail. So we're going to put this, let's see how far we want this to go. Yeah, let's bring it up to right about here. All right. I like the way that's looking. That's a nice looking boat, y'all. Nice looking boat. Let's do a little something like this. All right, I'm gonna rinse. All right, we're just about finished with this masterpiece. Let's go ahead and let everybody highlight what's going on with our boat right here. All right. Now, we got a couple more things to do, and we will be finished with this edition of the Paint with Color Show. So we got our boat there. The sail is actually down here. Looks like the sail is probably down toward the bottom. And so let's just let everybody know where the sail is. It's kind of rolled down there. So we got the sail right there. Back of the boat. All right, that boat looks really, really nice. Now we have to do just a couple little more things. We got to brighten our moon up. We got about 5 more minutes and we'll be out of your way. We're going to brighten our moon up, maybe put a couple clouds in front of it, and we're going to kind of put some waves down here in our, and maybe even, kind of do a reflection of our moon on the water there. But first, let's go ahead and do this. First, let's add just a few little waves, just a few. So although our boat is kind of anchored, still see where it was moving. All right, now let's go over here. Just create a few little waves right along a little island there. Got a little bit of water washing up on our island. All right. I have some water back there. What else we want to do? What else we want to do right here with this? Oh, we definitely need to brighten up our moon. So all we do, like I said, we gave it a little time to dry. Now I'll just come back with some white paint. Right across the top. Now, one of the things I mentioned is that I might throw some clouds right here in front of our moon, which is exactly what I'm going to do. Just a little. We got some clouds in front of the moon. Got a little island right there. And that is a completed personal masterpiece. And so I appreciate you. Thanks so much for tuning in on the broadcast. We didn't get an opportunity to share all of the sponsors, but we will put some information in the comments. Like I said, I'm going to take a photograph of this and post it on Instagram as well as on Facebook. And then you'll be able to see the completed masterpiece. I think I might make a couple extra details, but I wanted to make certain that we did this in about an hour. And so you can tune in each and every Monday, and we may also have other special broadcasts of the Paint with Color show when we host it here in the Urban Paint Loft, and we might even come to you on location. And remember, you can go to www.eatdrinkpaint.com and find out more information about all the really cool events, the dope masterpiece painting kits, which are part of the personal masterpiece collection. Mark Hill Benign Fine Wines and Sparkling Beverages, obviously the Urban Paint Loft. You can book a private event, or you can attend one of our public events. We've got some really cool events coming up, as well as virtual personal masterpiece classes that you can attend. And so once again, my name is Edward Williams. I am your curator of color here at the Paint with Color Show. Thanks so very much for tuning in on the broadcast. We're going to go ahead and sign off and finish up with this masterpiece, and we'll post it on Instagram and on Facebook a little bit later, and have some other links so that you can follow along and don't miss the next show. I appreciate you. Hey, remember, when you paint with color, you are painting with life. You can't have life without color. Message. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.